All right. Uh, Thank you guys for showing up to the stream, uh, and I hope that anyone here who is uh, following Turbrumble's path and just wants to see the undead starting zones enjoys watching. So last time we left off, we dealt with um, Garen's Haunt area and the Agamond Mills, and I think a little bit of down here as well. So now we have to go all the way over to the eastern edge where the Tirisfal Glades meets the Plague Lands, which is the zone next to Tirisfal Glades. And we are level 13. So in 2 levels, dungeons open up, but I think what's going to happen is I'm going to not do dungeons until we get to story-wise the the dungeon in the world. I mean, we could actually take a short break uh, to check out some of the other um, like side-related first dungeon quests, where basically if you meet the war chief tells you, hey, even though this dungeon is in the middle of a city, um, we're having troubles with it, so please go help us out. At least on the Horde side. On the Alliance side, their first dungeon is a hidden bandit slash pirate cove, which is pretty cool. And we don't get our Voidwalker until level 20. 7 more levels. Feeling that burn for not having a tank pet on some of the last things that we did. Got actually pretty close to death. A plagued Bruin. Is that a rare? No, that's just a normal. Yeah, a field of them. Bruin. That must be a type of bear. For the people joining us once again, we're just heading over to. We were in Brill and we were branching out and dealing with all of Brill's problems, but now we are moving to the eastern side of this zone to report to the bulwark, which we just arrived at.
I am forsaken.
Make sure we get the flight path. And before we talk to these guys, I'm just going to dip into the next zone real fast to show you why the bulwark is important. Um, it used to not be even as big as it was. Oh shit, yeah. So over here there are much higher level much higher level monsters that see me as a tasty snack and aggro from very far away. Back in the day in vanilla, that this zone, the Western Plaguelands, was the uh, low to mid 50s zone. There was a lot more Argent Crusaders over here.
This had better be good.
The High Executor sizes you up. Not much of a warlock, are you? Well, you will be when I'm done with you. Through the strength of the Scarlet Crusade, though the strength of the Scarlet Crusade wanes, we are still at war. The report Executor Aaron sent to me indicates Scarlet Crusaders have been raiding from the ruined tower in the southeastern Tirisfal, near the Balnir farmstead, under the command of Captain Vakon. Kill 3 of his zealots and 4 of his friars. It should prove to be a devastating blow to the crusade.
Remember, patience.
Go kill 7 dudes. That should devastate them. That math doesn't really hold up. Have you seen the plague Bruins that wander to the west of here? Those hides, so hideous, so diseased, so perfect. Fetch me 5 of them. I've got an idea for an anti-scourge poison that's guaranteed to succeed.
What is it?
Shadow Priestess Vandis. Anything you guys have over here? Maylord Dawnblade. Provisioner Elda. Mickey Levine. And Bardu Sharpeye.
I have just the thing for you.
Hello, Warlock. I've set up camp here at the bulwark to make my preparations for my journey into the Plaguelands. I've heard rumor that a great human wizard took up residency in Hearthglen not terribly long ago. He was commissioned by the Scarlet Crusade to fashion their warriors and hunters new bows and guns. It's said that he was working on a remarkable weapon before the Crusade killed him. I guess their mistrust of the arcane has grown.
Walk with the earth,
Well,
mother.
that's interesting. Hearthglen. That's Anderhall. I want to say Hearthglen is like right over here or right up here. I could be completely wrong though. More Lost of Lordaeron. That was a lot of vendor trash. I hope I don't have to go collect anything from the bats after this. I hate when games put two different types of monsters in a field and then make you run back and forth one piece at a time that you need to collect. I much prefer these dull fetch quests to be all completed at once. Yep. And now that we have Drained Soul, I'm not even... We're not gonna have any more of those times, aside from getting stunned or interrupted. That's a good pun, Parintha. They are a bit of a bear to deal with, yes. Yeah, so aside from getting stunned or just having too much on me, I should be able to heal through about up to like 3 monsters at once. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's killing Rupert. That's not good. Then, if I remember right, just overlooking... Yep, there it is. You can see the tower that overlooks the farmstead here. Looks like the farmstead is still overrun by undead. Saw some people hanging from trees there. Invincible's graveyard. So this must have been where Prince Arthas got his steed. Yeah, see, 4 of them at once. Not really an issue. Got a little bit low, but that's what happens when you get 4 of them. is fairly simple.
What would you ask of death?
Your actions will slow down the Scarlet Crusade's advancement in Tirisfal quite a bit, hopefully for good, but other threats loom. Shortly before you arrived at the bulwark, I was approached by the most unusual young undead woman. She swore enmity against the Scarlet Crusade, so I sent her to work on our enemies to the north. You say you saw some dead crusaders earlier? Those were probably her work. Oh, that must have been the shadowy fire corpses, or like piles I saw. Go check up on her and see if she can use any assistance in her vendetta against the Crusade. Though I wouldn't be surprised if she's already killed them all.
Trust no one.
Sounds like we're meeting Lillian again.
Speak quickly.
Let's see. Do you have enough hides? Dithers, you've done it again. These are perfect. Dithers samples his latest concoction. This isn't quite there. It needs something to give it a little, give it a little more zing. Uh, I've got it. The spiders to the north have a potent venom that'll do the trick. See if you can extract some for me.
Goodbye.
That will lead to some new gloves. And no quests over there yet. Okay. Let's just collect up as many of these spiders as we can. Uh, we took that one too far from its place. Okay.
I'm out of range.
The ability to just mass pull a bunch of these guys all at once really makes these collection quests go a lot quicker. Okay, and then another notched sort of stamina. Just go ahead and disenchant that. The Scarlet Encampment is back here. Oh, oh. Sri Skulk. A rare. If we kill this thing, we should ding up, oh, whoops, to the next level. Oh, wow, that hit Rupert hard. Rupert with 1 HP left. Live, buddy. Let's see what we get. Infantry Tunic of the Bear. Not super stylish, and we can't wear chain, so let's just disenchant that. Continue looking for Lillian. Oh, there's another hanged person. Hung person. Oh. Even for how low poly that is, that's pretty graphic. Maybe not super graphic, but still disturbing. You can see the blood running down from their higher up onto their feet. Bleh. Oh, yeah, there's another. I'm gonna have to kill one of these dark hounds. And there's an entire encampment full of burning dead people. And Scarlet guy. As you look over the ruins of the camp, you hear a whisper behind you. I could kill you right now if I wanted to. You better watch your step, undead. The whisper continues. My name is Lillian Voss. Before I died, I was a member of the Scarlet Crusade. My father, High Priest Voss, raised me to be a weapon against the plague. I studied stealth, sorcery, martial arts, anything to make myself stronger. I gave up my childhood for him. Then, as fate would have it, I died and returned as this. My father instantly forgot me and, when I returned, ordered me executed. Come, we will speak with him now, in his tower to the northwest. I mean, sure. Oh, cool, she's got shadow form now. Ooh, silver-bound treasure chest. Elixir of Lion's Strength. Is this a battle elixir? It's a guardian elixir. And a really shitty practice sword with no actual enchantment on it, so I can't turn it into something useful. Well, great. I do find it a little silly that if you've been playing through this entire zone from start to now, Lillian doesn't remember you. When you're probably the most consistent Forsaken to have interacted with her. Because I feel like if there's any Forsaken that would that would be like close to Lillian Voss, it would be your character. Because you're the one who initially talked to her back in the graveyard after being revived. You're the one that showed her who she is. Um, you're the one that went to go rescue her. There's just so many things that your character has done that Lillian, or for Lillian, and to Lillian, that I think it's just kind of weird that they don't tell you, or that they write that text as if she can't recognize you. Lillian continuing to face hump everybody. It is pretty creepy, not gonna lie. Ooh. Severing axe. Let's just disenchant that. Can't use two-handed axes, otherwise I'd keep it. So these Scarlet Vanguards are, I think, the first things we found that will actually interrupt us. When we get interrupted, we can't cast spells of that spell school for the next 2 seconds. So it can sometimes really screw you up. Coming up here with Lillian, though, is extremely easy. Not that it would have been particularly hard, but this is just a bit hilarious. Lillian, it's so nice to see you, well. Oh shit. Oh shit. I bugged it. Oh fuck. She's killing people. I'm dying. Yeah, I just died. The game bugged out there. That was not cool. I was still getting attacked by the people it wouldn't show me. Lillian, it's so nice to see you, well. Shut up. And she jumps on that guy's head, and that guy's. You raised me to be a killer. How am I doing, Daddy? I, but wait. I remember now. You taught me to only kill the undead, so do you want me to kill myself? Lillian, Then again, why kill myself when I can kill you instead? Like, oh, but I still see him as alive. That's a lot less, that's a lot more anticlimactic, Blizzard. Oh well, let's get, Rupert back. We kinda knew she was a crazy bitch already, but daddy issues aside, that was pretty cool. From birth to grave to undeath, we all have our own path to follow. Some are easier than others. It sounds like this Voss girl has had a rough path so far. Hopefully she ultimately chooses to join us and follow the Dark Lady. With power like hers, we could do incredible things. By the way, Turbrumble, excellent work out there. If you're ever ready and willing, I may have some more work for you in the Plague Lands. So basically, he's telling us to come back when we are mid-30s. There isn't much glory for you here on the bulwark. You've done enough already. There may, however, be further adventures waiting for you in Silverpine Forest. Speak with my Batman, Timothy Cunningham. He'll give you a ride to Brill, free of charge.
Beware the living.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Hello.
Do you have some venom from a vicious nightweb spider yet? It's the final component I need in order to test my experiment. Ah, this venom will do perfectly. Everything else has been added to my concoction and boiled down. Thank you, Warlock.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
Now that's what I call oomph. I wish all our potions did this. Yay. And that staff is more intellect and stamina. And damage. Nice. And we got our first 8 slot bag. Okay. Back to Brill it is. To bigger and better things. Sure, I'll give you a ride. If High Executor Darrington asks for it, then technically I have to. If you're headed back to Brill, you want to stop by Exeter Zigand on your way out. I hear there's some excitement going on in Silverpine Forest to the south. He'll know more than I do. Speak with me again when you're ready to head out.
Embrace the shadow.
I'll take that flight to Brill now. We gotta talk to Executor Zigand, who gave us the quest that we've been holding on to head to
What is it?
Silverpine Forest. Welcome back, Turbrumble. I've heard stories from the East. Who would have thought that a young undead warlock like you would have been the one to wipe out the last whimpering remnants of the Scarlet Crusade?
Farewell.
I mean, like, technically we haven't. We haven't at all. As you can see on the map, like the edge of the Scarlet Monastery up here, we haven't touched that. All the way up in Northrend, off of the coast of the Ice Crown Citadel. Yeah, of Ice Crown. There's this little harbor right here. That's an island fortress of the Scarlets. Down in Dragonblight, around here and up here. There are more Scarlet Crusaders. I think that's it. they're certainly an interesting faction. I mean, they're xenophobic paladins, basically. Um, like, they don't even like elves being in their ranks, like high elves, which have had a long-standing um, relationship with humans, to the point that it's kind of like it's just it's just one of those things where um, it doesn't make sense for the animosity to be there.
I am forsaken.
There's basically two different crusades that the
How much time will speak quickly.
yeah.
What do you require?
Oh damn. I was hoping I could find a enchant or a rod that I can enchant there. Guess we'll go to the Undercity. Pick one up. The I'm so surprised there isn't one here.
What do you
Yeah,
require?
there's two crusades
Race?
in like active crusades in the aside from the Burning Crusade, which is demons, and they're not from this planet, Azeroth. The first is the Scarlet Crusade, who are the human-based faction that are xenophobic. They hate everybody, and they keep getting taken over by like outside forces and demons and undead and corrupted. Like they continually, like over and over again, fall for like having their high levels of leadership not actually be humans and all being used for um, other other factions' aims. And then you have the Argent Crusade, who are a mixed race group of paladins who some of their like um, top level members are like an undead paladin, which is something that you just can't play as. It's just a little sad, but that you can't do that. But you know, um, there are lots of orcs. Like basically, there's every race in the Argent Crusade. Um, and their colors are white versus the red. They're white and gray, whereas the Scarlet Crusade are red and white. Seriously? 350 gold for a copper rod? I've got 2 gold on this character. I wonder if I can find one off of an enchanting trainer. Enchanting supplies. Yeah, copper rod.
Trust no
There we
one.
go. Now I can enchant the copper rod to make a runed copper rod. Sweet. And now I can apply buffs to bracers.
Hello?
Victory for Sylvanas.
So let me make a new wand.
What is it?
I am forsaken.
Ah, man, I can't disenchant wands that I make. Okay. That's fine. See if there's anything I can learn before I leave. Extra health to chest armor. Heck yeah. And probably be quickest to just leave through the normal area, normal way. Oh, we get to also choose our first talent. Um, so we can either learn a spell called Haunt, which deals shadow damage and increases the damage dealt to the target that it's applied to by 15%. If it dies during the 10-second duration of Haunt, then Haunt's cooldown of 25 seconds is reset. We can take Writhen Agony, which lets Agony ramp up to 15 stacks instead of 6. Wow. And Malefic Grasp, which increases your damage over time effects. Or while channeling Drain Soul, your damage over time effects deal 25% increased damage to the target. I have a feeling that Writhen Agony might be the most useful while leveling up. So we're gonna go with that. Which means Agony should now deal way more damage. Right now, Agony does about 5.7% of our damage. Most of our damage comes from Drained Soul. And second most comes from Rupid. Yeah, right? Copper worth a lot of gold. Oh, they added gates. They added a gate to the front of Silverpine Forest now. That's cool. It used to just not really be much to distinguish between the two. There's some mushrooms that have started growing. You can kind of see Silverpine Forest versus the Terracefall Glades. Silverpine Forest grass looks a little bit more lush, like a deeper, bluer green. Oh, I actually haven't seen these shields before that have the Forsaken symbol on them. If they didn't look like they literally just slapped the Warcraft 3 version of the symbol onto a shield, I would actually want that shield. Um, there in the distance, you can see a castle. I don't know what's in that castle right now, but that used to be a castle full of undead gnolls, led by a member of the Scourge. Wow. So, I actually haven't been to this zone since 2009, 2010. Um, no, it had to have been like 2007. That was the last time I was in this zone. And it is way more populated. Like, there are actually, like, troops and people here. Like, this is crazy. This is more populated than Tearsfall Glades was.
What
Some
brings you here?
Dark Rangers guarding the entrance to this area. Oh, Arthura, Agatha, and Dashla. Um, Valkyr here. And Sylvanas with Grand Executor Mortis. Oh shit. Okay. So, before I do any of this quest and see it, because I think turning in my current quest triggers that based on what I just saw that other rogue do. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to stop the stream for a quick, like 10-minute breather, and then I will be back, and we will continue into Silverpine Forest.